Like it or not, the feel that you get with success would every single time supersede the feel that comes with you being unable to complete a task. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you are super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel, we talk about topics, tips and tricks that help us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you're interested in this personal growth and development journey, then please stick around, click the subscribe button so you get notified when we have new videos up. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being in my corner. I am so excited that you are here with me. I hope that you enjoy this video as much as you have enjoyed the other one. So please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and family. Okay, today we are going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite things when it comes to time management and productivity, and that is deadlines. Yep. So I know that there is always a fright or a scare when it comes to deadlines, especially because when they are approaching, you become anxious and you are worried on if you're going to be able to meet up or not. But today we are going to be looking at how to make sure that deadlines work for your own good and to your benefit by using it to motivate you to do what you need to do. So let's get into today's topic. Get a glass of your favorite drink and let's go. So one of Parkinson's laws states that work expands to fill the time limit that you have given to it. Now that is not the exact way that it is said, but that is how I have summarized it. So this means that if you give yourself 3 hours to finish a task, it will take you 3 hours to finish it. If you give yourself 3 weeks to finish that same task, it will take you 3 weeks to do and complete that task. But if you limit the expansion of time with the use of deadlines, then you are reducing how much time you are wasting by making sure that you do what you need to do at the time that you need to do it, thereby controlling the expansion of a task or a project or a work that you need to do by a particular deadline. So lots of study has shown that deadlines and the use of deadlines is one of the leading causes for work anxiety and stress that we experience at work. And this is quite understandable, especially because when you have a deadline and you see that the task is not even near completion or close to near completion, you're worried, you're anxious because you don't know what the repercussion of not having the task done is going to be. You don't know if it's going to mean you get a strike, you get probation, or you get fired. And so it is understandable that deadlines would lead to an increase in stress increase in stress levels at work. But you could also use this to motivate yourself to actually avoid all of the stress that comes with a task or the things that you need to do. And so we're going to look at all of these in this video. First, I'm going to say that with the use of deadlines, we're looking at two different actors or two different parties to setting deadlines. So it's either set by an external party. So case would be your boss, your leader, your supervisor, somebody that is looking at what you're doing, somebody that you submit to. It would also be internal, so that means the deadlines that you create or you make for yourself. These are my absolute favorite, because my deadlines are always before the deadline that is supposed to be. But making deadlines for yourself helps you in so many ways, and we're going to get into all of these. But these are the two different forms of deadlines that we're going to be working with, because one obviously would lead to an increase in stress and the other one can mitigate the stress. Two major reasons why deadlines will stress us is one, you underestimate how much time you need to complete a task. So say you have 2 weeks to complete a task. You look at this task and assume that you can complete it in 2 days. So because of that, you do nothing on it until 2 days to the deadline. And that's when you see that you need more than 2 days to complete this task. Another reason why deadlines would give us stress or an increase in stress is that you set one deadline for a task. So I am all for breaking your goals into small bits. And in doing this, that means that you have deadlines for the different small bits that you have created. When you set one deadline for all of the tasks, so you set one deadline for one project that has 5 different phases, then it stresses you because you have not created the time to finish one phase before you step into the other. You just have one main deadline, which 5 tasks needs to be done by. So deadlines are an effective way to ensure that you achieve your goals, the goals that you have set either personally or goals that have been set for you by external parties. So before we go into how to create or set deadlines and make them work for you, let's talk about why deadlines work for you. Number 1, deadlines encourages and produces a sense of urgency and momentum with a due date. So because you know that there is a due date on this task that you need to work on, the goal becomes real, it becomes concrete, it becomes something that you can almost touch because you can see that there is a deadline for this goal to be accomplished. And so with that, you're motivated to work on that goal because now there is an end date to the goal that you're working with. So because of that, you're motivated to do it. And I talked a little about this in the video that I shared some weeks ago. I'm going to have a link in the video. I'm going to have a link here. I'm also going to have a link in the description box so that you can check it out. So when you have deadlines, it motivates you to do what you need to do because the deadline means that by this date, this thing needs to be done. So that gives you the momentum that you need to push on that goal and make you do it, because like it or not, the feel that you get with success would every single time supersede the feel that comes with you being unable to complete a task. So deadlines encourages you to work with a sense of urgency and not just relax on a goal that you are working with. Number 2, deadlines help you to prioritize. So you know that every week you have a long list of to-dos that you have to work with for the week. But when you have deadlines in those to-dos that you are working with, so say you have 2 tasks that needs to be done by Friday, you are not going to schedule those tasks to be done by Friday. You're going to start working on them from Monday because you know that the deadline for these are Friday. Now, the urgency that comes with those 2 tasks that needs to be done by Friday will be different from the one that needs to be done in 2 weeks. So when you are prioritizing your list of things that you need to do that week, you know that the first 2 important ones are the ones that need to be done by Friday, and then you can slot in the ones that have longer deadlines, say 2 weeks, 3 weeks after all of those. So deadlines help you to prioritize your goals, help you to prioritize your to-do list easier and better. You're working with deadlines, and so you know that you are not going to be playing with time and you're not going to be playing with your task. You know which one needs to be done when it needs to be done. Number 3, deadlines enhances your productivity. So when you set deadlines, it helps you to know what you need to do by the time that you need to do it. So forgetting or delaying tasks, so procrastination, is easier to do when there are no deadlines, when there are no end dates or due dates. So if there is no time frame for when a particular project is supposed to be done, you can very easily procrastinate on it. You can even easily forget that task needs to be done. But with deadlines, you are able to enhance your productivity because you know that you have something that you need to be doing when it comes to this particular task or this particular goal. So you're not procrastinating and you're absolutely not forgetting what that goal is because the deadline is clear and you can see it and you have something to work with. So with deadlines, you're able to cut down on procrastination and you're able to improve and increase your focus. So number 4 is that deadlines help you or they boost your confidence. So when you've been able to complete a task, achieve a task when it was supposed to be done, you're confident in yourself and in your ability to do the things that you know you should be doing and the things that you know you can do. You also improve your trust in yourself and you also improve your journey in your personal growth. So because you know that you have been able to accomplish a task because you set your mind to it, you're confident in your ability, you're confident in yourself, and you're confident in who you are growing to be. You know that if you set your mind to do something, you're sticking to it and you're able to follow through because you know that you've done it before and you can do it again. Okay, so now that we have established why deadlines are important and how they can help you to motivate yourself, let us look at how to set deadlines in an effective way, in a way that does not overwhelm you or stress you. Number 1, you need to analyze the task that you want to set a deadline for. So that means that you're looking at all of the complexities and all of the complications that would come with this task. So you know that you're working on project A, you're looking at all of the different aspects that come with this project and all of the things that would need to go into this project for it to be done. If it is a project or if it is something that you have done something similar to it, you are able to set deadlines based on how you were able to accomplish the previous task. If it is a new one, then you are able to track your activities from the very first step up until the last step. So from task 1 in the first project, you're able to track what you're doing so that you have a sense of how long you spend on each aspect of it, and then you can use that to set deadlines for the next aspect as you're going on. And then at the end of that project, when you're given a project like that again, you know how much time would go into it. So for example, I know how much time I can use to write a research paper now because I have done it over time and tracked how long it takes me to do it. And so when I have a new research to work on, I know how much time I should give to it because I know that I have done this 4 or 5 times and I'm able to replicate the process that I have used because I've used it and seen that it will take me this amount of time to finish the research, this amount of time to put together the article, and this amount of time to edit it. Number 2, make sure that you have all of the equipment, resources that you need for this task. So if it is a project that you need to have some trainings on, make sure that you've gone through the trainings to make sure that you have it. If it is something that you need to employ help, make sure that you have also gotten that so that when you need the help, you're not just going to start looking for the help. The help is already there because you have found out that you're going to need it and you have made sure that it is already available. Number 3, break down the task into small bits. So I say this so many times in my videos that you need to break your goals down into smaller bits because this helps you to reduce the overwhelm that comes with a goal or a project. So break it down into smaller bits, and for each bit you're giving it a deadline. So I'm going to use myself again as an example with publishing an article. So if I'm going to be publishing an article, I know that I have to do research, I have to compile my research to produce the paper, I have to edit it the first time, I edit it the second time, and make sure that all of my sources are intact. So those are 4 different bits that I have broken this goal down into. So if I'm going to set deadlines on it, I'm going to say that it needs this amount of time. So let's say 1 week, 2 weeks to do the research. When I'm done with the research, I need 1 week to put together my thoughts and my findings in the research. That's the second one. And then the third one, I need to edit it in this amount of days. And then the last one, I need to put my sources together in this amount of days. So that is me breaking one project into 4 different parts and making sure that I have deadlines for the 4 different parts. So I know that I need to meet each deadline for the overall success of that article. So try that. Break your projects, break your goals down into bits that you can give deadlines to the different bits and make sure that you are ready to work with deadlines at each bit. Number 4, use the average time that you have used to work on a project to plan for other projects that are similar to it. So if you have to do a project that is similar to a project that you did 3 months ago, use the amount of time that you used to achieve that project to plan for this one and give room for mistakes or issues that may occur. Because as much as you may be 100% certain in what you are doing, life would happen and there will be issues, challenges, not would. There may be issues and challenges that you need to take a step back to reanalyze. Give room for that so that you don't overwhelm yourself and put yourself under undue pressure. A little pressure is good, but undue pressure is terrible. So do that and give room for mistakes and errors. And the last thing I'm going to say is that you should avoid long deadlines. So don't give yourself 3 months to finish a task that you know you can finish in 3 weeks. What this does to you psychologically is that it tells you that this task is too difficult and you don't want to do it or you don't know how to do it. It would also encourage procrastination and stop you from doing what you need to do. So avoid long deadlines. Don't set long deadlines. It's better for you to get to the deadline that you have set and see that you still need more time than for you to set a long deadline and not do anything until a week to the deadline has actually come. So avoid long deadlines. They do not do you any good. They only stop you and stall your work. So this is all I'm going to share with you on deadlines. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you begin to use deadlines to motivate yourself to do all of the things that you need to do and just grow to be your best version of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I also check this video out here where I talk about what to do when you want to motivate yourself. I hope that it helps you. I hope that it helps you to be a best version of yourself. Also, I have my accountability group that is open. It's for 21 days. It's a 21 days accountability group, and it is free. So in these 21 days, we are going to create structure and routines that you can work with, and I want to work with you to make sure that you are ready for the journey ahead of you. So click the link in the description bar with the title Free Accountability Group for 21 days, and I hope to see you join me there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoy it. Do not forget to share with your friends and family. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Till next time, bye.